Greetings. Who's speaking on the line, please?
Philip.
Excuse me, dear. Would you kindly speak louder?
This Mr. Philip.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you the lovely young boy who sends me the emails about a transaction? Or are you a telemarketer?
Okay, I'm the young boy who sent you about the transaction.
It's very reassuring to hear your voice, as it makes me feel more confident about our transaction. Would you kindly explain in detail your plan of making me fucking rich? Can you confirm that I won't have any legal troubles? The last time I did a transaction like this, my bank fucking accused me of sending money to fraudsters.
I'm just, I don't know why, because there's nothing like that, okay? I just told you that you should go and make the payment so that the money can be in your account or the ATM card can be sent to you.
My sweet tits, you speak very, very fast, and I've got much trouble understanding what you're saying. Would you kindly repeat the whole thing again, but speak slower this time?
I said to you, where is the gift card that you just bought? You said you bought a gift card of 2,000.
Okay, that sounds like the right thing to do, I guess.
Okay, so where is the gift card?
Am I allowed to take action a bit later this week, sweetheart? I don't want to spend any money at this moment because earlier this week I spent $500 on a gift card for the young boy next door. The boy's been blackmailing me since he saw me masturbating on a large, properly formatted data file. He came to my house earlier today at 5 o'clock as usual and demanded that I buy him video games for his computer machine. I promised that I'll give him the gift card only after we have some fun in the bedroom for one last time. He's still in bed. I think he's exhausted.
So are you trying to tell me that you are guessing the boy down?
This reminds me of when I was a small boy like you are now. Back in the day, I used to beg for money just like you. When I'd get enough cash, I'd buy hot dogs for me and the neighbor's daughter, Matilda. We like to dream of getting married and serving hot dogs to all of our guests. The reason is that McDonald's has not been invented yet. Have you thought of what are you going to serve at your wedding reception when you become a big boy and get married, sweetheart? If you want to hear my opinion, I'd tell you that it's very, very important to serve fancy food to your guests.
Yes, it's very good, very important. Very important. It's very important to serve good food to your guests. Very important. You understand?
Let me tell you something very, very important, big boy. Here in the USA of America, when we do business, we repeat the whole thing again and again and again until we come to a mutual understanding. So please repeat to me, how fucking rich are you going to make me?
I'm not the one who's gonna make you rich. You have who want money, and I'm supposed to give you your money, and your money is supposed to be in your account by now, but you have refused to buy the gift card.
Apologies, but I need to stop you right there, my young and sweet little boy. I need you to remind me your name because my brain's memory module is damaged, and it has become something like Jell-O. A lot of times, the things people say to me either bounce off or just pass through, and as a consequence, nothing stays inside.
Yeah, I know you have a problem with memory. I know your memory is fucked up. I know.
Your name reminds me of a boy I grew up with. That boy used to lie to me and the other boys in our school. And he used to tell us that he is the secret son of the President of the USA of America. And he would ask for our lunch money every day so that he could buy postage stamps to send letters to the president. He supposedly wanted to blackmail the president into sending $1 million to him, or else he would expose the truth about the affair he allegedly had with his mother 10 years before. He used to tell us that he was going to share the $1 million with us, but in reality, he was just scamming us out of our lunch money. Would you be so kind and confirm to me that you aren't the fake son of the president?
This is now.
So, in a nutshell, you're telling me that I should trust you. I'm only asking because I think I remember that another boy called me just before you did and promised me almost exactly the same things about the transaction.
Really?
Hey, who's this?
Oh, it's me, Mr. Philip.
Excuse me, dear. Would you kindly speak louder?
Yeah, this is Philip speaking.
Yeah.
How are you?
Are you the lovely young boy who sends me the emails about a transaction? Or are you a telemarketer?
I am the telemarketer.
Oh, good. I think I was expecting your call, my sweet boy. Begin explaining your plan of making me fucking rich.
You're gonna be rich, okay?
This transaction sounds very fishy. Would you kindly reassure me that each and everything will be in order? I don't want the fucking Internal Revenue Service coming here to investigate me.
No one is going to investigate you like I told you earlier before. I told you, I said no one is going to investigate you.
Your telephone machine is making enormous noises, and I can't listen to you very well. Will you please explain everything again, my sweet boy?
Yeah, I said, give me this thing. I said no one is going to interview you or interrogate you, okay?
Okay, I think that sounds like a reasonable thing you're asking me to do.
So what are we going to do now?
Okay, Sugar Tits, I see now what you're trying to say. Is there a specific time frame that you want this to be done?
Yeah, actually, you can use your time. You don't like being in a hurry.
I've been listening to you all this time, and I wanted to give you an advice. Specifically, the lyrics of my favorite song, which goes like this. Have patience, don't be in such a hurry. If you get impatient, you'll only start to worry. Remember the 5th of November.
Yes.
Oops, I made a mistake. I should have said, remember that God is patient too. And think of all the times when others have to wait for you. Before we proceed with the transaction, can you remind me what am I getting in return, big boy? My memory is not so good as it used to be. And to tell you the truth, I think the reason is the massive amounts of cocaine I did with John Travolta back in the early 80s, or was it the 90s?
But it wasn't John Travolta. You told me last. You told me it's Tom Cruise.
Please remind me your name again, big boy. I'm in my 70s, and I forget more and more while I remember less and less.
Mr. Philip, it's Mr. Philip. I'm all over. What's up with this boy close to your house that is trying to frame you up for masturbating?
Your name reminds me of an old colleague of mine who was a newly converted Scientologist. He wanted me to join their church, so he asked me to go with him and visit their headquarters at Gilman Hot Springs in California in order to take a personality test. They gave me 2 peculiar metal sticks to hold, which had some sort of wiring, and then they started asking me all sorts of questions about my feelings. Unfortunately, I failed the test because the results said that I was a robot. Tom Cruise was there along with the Archbishop of the Church of Scientology, and they both got very upset to my colleague. They thought that he brought me there in order to try and disprove their beliefs about Lord Xenu, something about a volcano, captured souls, and some other stuff that I don't remember anymore. I fear that they might have killed him because he's missing since the year 2012. Are you perhaps my old colleague in a zombie form? I'm not sure if I can trust you if you are indeed a zombie Scientologist.
You told him before. I told him I'm not a zombie. I'm not a zombie gynecologist. I told you this before. I am not a zombie.
Hold your horses, big boy. I just remembered that some other boy called today as well and said pretty much the same words, sentences, and paragraphs like you. Right now, I'm very, very confused. Should I be trusting you or the other boy?
You shouldn't be trusting any of us.
All of this talking and talking and talking on and on and on again and again and again has made me very, very confused. Would you mind explaining the entire process again, my dear boy? I'd like you to make a detailed summary of the steps without any unnecessary details, please.
There is nothing to explain. I'm just telling you now that I have a girl, very beautiful girl I want to give to you. Very sweet girl. She's so beautiful. She's 21 years old, and she says she likes you.
Easy now, cowboy. Keep your hair on. I need to tell you that my computer machine is quite problematic. Many, many times the emails are going inside the spam folder, and I'm unable to find them. Sometimes I wish I had one of those modern pocket-sized telephone machines that have a touchable screen and they can be used for reading emails or for installing the so-called WhatsApp program that all the young boys who call me are obsessed with these days. But to be honest with you, I intend to keep using the regular old post office instead of buying a pocket-sized telephone machine. I think that if I buy one, I'll end up hating the WhatsApp application and the text messages that I'll be receiving from telemarketers eventually.
Do you want the girl I'm telling you about? I said I have a very beautiful girl, very nice girl. She says she likes you.
I think that I should apologize to you, my sweet boy, because I think that my stories are boring you to death. So anyway, please remind me of what's the required amount that I need to send so that your process of making me rich as fuck gets in motion.
No, I don't want you to send a cent anymore. Don't worry, I just want you to be my friend.
I just remembered that in the past few months, I've already sent some money on several occasions to Mr. James Morgan, who gave me the impression that he's your boss. My advice to you is get in touch ASAP as possible with your boss, Mr. Morgan, to find out what's going on with the money I've been sending, and then call me back.
I have already spoken to Mr. Morgan, and I told you that Mr. Morgan is a very useless, shitty person. I don't work with Mr. Morgan. Mr. Morgan has been fired.
So what you're actually saying is Mr. James Morgan, with his soothing and mesmerizing voice, is not involved with this transaction at all. It's my understanding that the young man's job is to help me with a separate transaction, probably about my ATM funds box. And you, on the other hand, the young boy, are helping me with a different one. Did my damaged brain understand this correctly?
Your damaged brain understands it correctly, but I want to tell you something. I don't want to do transaction with you. I just want you to be a friend. Finish.
All righty then. I think I can diddly understand what to do now. I'll go and grab pen and paper now, so please be prepared to tell me where to send the required amount so you can get the transaction in motion and make me rich. Please don't even try to send this information to my phone machine, because as I've told you, it's an old-fashioned one that's not clever and doesn't even have a screen. And don't even think of sending it to my computer machine, because it's very, very slow, or it's being used by hackers sometimes, as I'm sure I've told you before. Now, please wait for me while I go looking for pen and paper.
Okay.
I think I hit my head really hard, and I forgot what the fuck I was looking for. Can you remind me, what was I supposed to do?
But you were telling me you wanted to go and grab a pen and a paper for you to write the information where to send the money.
Okay, but tell me, is there anything else that I will need to do?
Nothing else.
I just remembered that I haven't given you the gift card code yet. The code that's printed behind the card is as follows. Y as in you, O as in 007, U as in earn, 4 as in 3 plus 2 minus 1, R as in rim job, E as in I, A as in R, N as in Nancy boy, I, just like the Roman numeric form of the number 1, D as in W, 1 as in 0.5 multiplied by 2, O as in Ouija board, T as in tsunami, S as in C, C as in Q, 4 as in 3 plus 1, M as in mnemonic, M as in the Roman numeric form of 1,000, 3 as in tree but with an H between T and R, and finally R as the second letter of the word rap. Would you like me to repeat the code slower, big boy? I can't hear you. You're breaking up. But anyway, here we go again, but slower this time. Y as in you, O as in 007, U as in earn, 4 as in 3 plus 2 minus 1, R as in rim job, E as in I, A as in R, N as in Nancy boy, I, just like the Roman numeric form of the number 1, D as in W, 1 as in 0.5 multiplied by 2, O as in Ouija board, T as in tsunami, S as in C, C as in Q, 4 as in 3 plus 1, M as in mnemonic, M as in the Roman numeric form of 1,000, 3 as in tree but with an H between T and R, and finally R as the second letter of the word rap. That's all. Would you like me to repeat it even more slower?
Yes.
I still can't hear you very well, but just to be safe, here we go again. But very, very slow this time. Y as in you.
I don't hear you.
O as in 007. U as in earn. 4 as in 3 plus 2 minus 1. R as in rim job. E as in I. A as in R. N as in Nancy boy, I, just like the Roman numeric form of the number 1, D as in W, 1 as in 0.5 multiplied by 2, O as in Ouija board, T as in tsunami, S as in C, C as in Q, 4 as in 3 plus 1, M as in mnemonic, M as in the Roman numeric form of 1,000, 3 as in tree but with an H between T and R, and finally R as the second letter of the word rap. That's all.
Repeat again.
Now that you say that, you reminded me the story of a small boy who used to go to school with my daughter. He was old enough to find a real job, but he decided to be a crook and deceive old grandpas and grandmas and steal their money without any remorse. He would disguise himself as a bank official or an FBI agent and tell them that the state owed them a lot of money. But there was a catch. The small boy would lie to the elderly by telling them that they had to pay some transfer fees in advance. He never told his parents about his illegal activities because in reality he was very ashamed of what he was doing and he knew it was wrong. Last year the small boy got caught by the police and had a tantrum in his arrest like a baby. It was all over the news. He'll now spend the rest of his life in prison, crying and regretting every dime he illegally acquired from the elderly. So anyway, what were you saying? I got carried away as usual.
Yeah, we're talking about the girl I want to give to you.
Can you confirm that I won't have any legal troubles? The last time I did a transaction like this, my bank fucking accused me of sending money to fraudsters.
Yes, you don't have any problem. I just tell you that the girl says she likes you.
Your telephone machine is making enormous noises, and I can't listen to you very well. Will you please explain everything again, my sweet boy?
I said that I have a girl who likes you. She's 21 years old. She says she wants to fuck.
Okay, that sounds like the right thing to do, I guess. All right.
Right?
But tell me, is there a deadline for my actions? I'm only asking because I think that I should let you know that I hate deadlines. You cannot imagine how much I hate deadlines. I want to punch them in the stomach. Can we proceed without deadlines, my sweet tits?
Yes. Without deadlines, my sweet boobs.
This reminds me of when I was a small boy like you are now. Back in the day, I used to beg for money just like you. When I'd get enough cash, I'd buy hot dogs for me and the neighbor's daughter, Matilda. We liked to dream of getting married and serving hot dogs to all of our guests. The reason is that McDonald's had not been invented yet. Have you thought of what are you going to serve at your wedding reception when you become a big boy and get married, sweetheart? If you want to hear my opinion, I tell you that it's very, very important to serve fancy food to your guests. Excuse me, dear, but I am 76 years old, and I'm not sure if I remember correctly what my benefits will be after we proceed with the transaction. Believe it or not, it's not unusual for me to forget to go to the toilet and accidentally poop myself during the night.
Imagine. That is why I said you need a girl.
Okay, but please remind me your name again, big boy. The reason I'm asking is that I've been smoking crack all day, and now my memory's very, very poor, like a small boy who spends his whole day trying to steal money from old people.